Okay, Brittany.
Okay, hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on, and even if you're not on, thank you for watching this later. I am really excited to be joining this party tonight to get to tell you what me and Billie have been up to. As you can see, life is busy. My little one wanted to join us tonight, but I wanted to just welcome you. I am super grateful and thankful to my uplines, Terry and Trila. They're going to be telling you all about what we've been up to tonight. Terry, if you want to go ahead.
Sure. Thank you so much, Brittany, for sharing. And first of all, I'm Terry Cody Davis. I'm a Ruby ambassador with Plexus. And the first thing I want to say is that's part of what's amazing about Plexus is that you can work this business with your babies in your lap. We've been to conventions. We've watched moms participating that were nursing. You can work this business around whatever's going on in your life. So thank you for that warm welcome, Brittany. We love having you on the team. We love watching you share Plexus with your friends and how it's affecting your family. And we just wanted to come on tonight and share some of that information with all of you guys so that you can kind of see what we're up to. So I'm going to share my screen real quick because we're going to ask you a quick question before we get going here. Hopefully. So really quick, I want you to look at this and as fast as you can, read it. And I want you to count how many of these issues you may suffer from. Just write down the number. Just look through it real quick. We're going to come back to it in a little bit. But just look at this real quick and we'll get a count at the end and see how many of you suffer from quite a few of these or just a few or all of them. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to turn this over to my partner in crime, Trila, because Trila has an amazing story to share about how Plexus affected her life and her family. And I'm gonna throw her into the bus real quick and say Trila was one of my no girls for a long time. She didn't want any part of it, but once she did, which she was skeptical like a lot of people are, but once she came on, things rapidly started to change for her and her sweet family. So without further ado, please welcome my very, very good friend, best friend, partner in crime, Trila Cook. Trila?
Hi guys. Thank you, Terry, so much for that wonderful introduction and for even throwing me under the bus. Thank you. But you have to understand where I was coming from at the time. Back in 1987, God blessed me with a beautiful baby girl, and it was wonderful for 2 weeks, and then it went downhill from there. Our daughter Laura was sick from 2 weeks of age on, suffering from multiple pneumonias, upper respiratory infections, ear infections, went through tubes like everybody else, in and out of the hospital. Laura was on an antibiotic constantly. I think the longest she was ever off of an antibiotic was 2 months ever in her whole life. She had pneumonia, was in and out of the hospital 18 times by the time she was 6 years old. Finally, we discovered through, I believe, God's divine intervention and the way he works things out, that Laura was suffering from a primary immune deficiency. A primary immune deficiency means basically that you're born without an immune system or one that just doesn't work right. And that was Laura. And we decided to go ahead and let her live her life as normal as possible, not put in her bubble like the bubble child, but try to medicate and use other avenues to keep her alive and let her live like a normal child as much as possible. And so that was our entire life for forever. And so when I ran into Terry and she started talking to me about Plexus, it was shared mostly for weight loss because that's what had happened to her. She lost a tremendous amount of weight and looked great, still does. And I was just so against putting anything else in my on my plate until I finally bit the bullet. What caused me to bite the bullet or jump in, not bite the bullet, that sounds like it was painful. It wasn't painful at all. It was, sorry. Okay. What caused me to jump in was Laura was in the hospital from 2008 to 2012 more than she was at home. She almost died through those times, multiple times. In 2012, at Thanksgiving, she was sent home and given only months to live. And during those years, from 2008 to 2012, I gained a lot of weight. I stress ate. I lived in the hospital mostly, and I ate bad. And so I reached out to Terry, knowing that my daughter only had a few months to live. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to take these. Maybe it can keep me from gaining any more. I did lose some weight, but that's not what's important to me. I saw that this isn't a weight loss company. This is a health company. They had a probiotic. Now, I know probiotic is like a common word right now, but back 7 years ago, it wasn't as popular now. And what you have to understand is I had been studying, researching, growing, using probiotics for, by that time, over 27 years. That was one of the first things the doctors had us do with Laura to try to help her immune system is put her on a probiotic. But nothing was working, or I couldn't get stuff in a form that she would take on a consistent basis. So I saw that Plexus had Probio 5, and I told my husband, you know, I'm going to order it. We've tried them all. We might as well try this one. Within 4 days, we knew Laura was benefiting from Probio 5. We knew it was working. And so I did a lot of research, and I found out that it was because of Probio 5 is not just a probiotic, but it's a probiotic antifungal and digestive enzyme blend. And it contains chitinase, which actually gets to the candida yeast shell, hardened shell called the chitin around it. Now that chitin comes from the sugar. Yeast feeds off sugar. And that's what was killing our daughter from the inside out because she had an overgrowth of candida. You've heard of people saying, I feel awful. I feel like I'm dying. They may be. They may prematurely be decomposing the body because God puts candida in our bodies to decompose us when we die. That's its purpose. When it's allowed to overgrow and take charge, it causes your body to prematurely shut down. So that they now know leads to all of these other issues. Poor gut health leads to all of these other issues that we are suffering from. And what do? We take medicine for it. I know for a fact, and I have doctors here in the Little Rock area at the Med Center who will also claim, and they allow me to quote them, that our Plexus products gave Laura 7 additional years of life because she didn't die in 2012. She died in 2019, a year ago this month. And even though she died still, y'all, those 7 years, I would have given anything to have them with her. She had a quality of life and she was able to enjoy her life and she was happy. Because you know what? When you don't feel good, you're not happy, are you? It's hard to be happy when you don't feel good. And Laura, because of Plexus, and yes, she still had to stay on medicines to stay alive, but because of Plexus products giving her her gut the ability to work like it's supposed to, she was happy. And I thank God for that. I will always share that with family and friends and whoever will listen. Please pay attention to gut health and pay attention to the probiotic that you're taking. it might not be doing a thing other than adding to the toilet.
Thank you so much, Trila. Yeah, we were just so amazed at how much the ProBio 5 helped Sweet Laura. And, I watched her get better, even things like she started speaking more and showing more emotion and a lot more joy. And so Plexus was totally a blessing for the Cook family, as it can be for yours too, in different ways. So let's talk products just for a few seconds. So I'm going to go back and share my screen again. Let's see. And Plexus has something for everybody. It has, the Plexus product family is so amazing, and we are so blessed with so many great products. And I want to start with our X Factor Plus. First of all, I want to say something about that. And we don't claim to cure or diagnose or get rid of any illness or any disease. So, I definitely want to put that out there that Plexus does not claim that. But I will say this, the X Factor Plus has been recently enhanced with more aloe vera. Our X Factor Plus, which is our multivitamin, is the only vitamin on the market with aloe vera in it. And what does that aloe vera do? It helps your body absorb the nutrients that are in the X Factor Plus. It also goes in and it coats the lining of the intestines. So if you suffer from leaky gut syndrome, Google it. You probably have symptoms from it. If you had any of the things on our list, you may have it. But the aloe vera helps soothe and heal, just like it does a burn on your skin. The other thing about the X Factor Plus, what are the things that the doctors are highly recommending that you take right now during this pandemic? Vitamin C, D3, zinc. Those are the main three ones, but there's also one that's selenium, which is a trace mineral. And our vitamin, our X Factor Plus, has trace minerals in it. Most vitamins that you get from the supermarket are, number one, made in China, and number two, do not have the aloe vera and trace minerals in it. So, number one on the list, check your ingredients on your vitamins. Check where they came from and get back with whoever invited you to this party, because you may want to do some research on that. We have a great pain relief line, and it's called Ease. We have a capsule. We also have a body cream that you can rub on your aches and pains. We also have the hemp oil, which as an ambassador, you're able to earn that for free each month. We are not actively selling CBD oil yet because it is not legal to sell it in all of the states in the United States. But as soon as it is, we will start to sell it. But that is a huge pain relief product, anxiety. There's so many well-documented things about CBD that help, and I believe that very soon we will be selling that product also. So great pain relief. And here's the other thing. Our products are all plant-based, all natural. So when you take our Ease, it's not going to mess up your stomach. It's not going to tear your stomach up like aspirin does. I mean, my own mother had a gut bleed and ended up in the hospital because she was taking so many Excedrin. People don't understand how harsh Tylenol, Excedrin, aspirin is on your gut. So if you've got aches and pains, check out our Ease. Let's talk Mega X for a minute. That is basically all of the omegas, not just omega-3, all of the omegas in one capsule, and it's plant-based. So no icky burps, none whatsoever. I can attest that it has helped my eyesight. I have been taking Mega X for multiple years now since it first came out, and now I'm driving without my glasses because my eyesight has gotten so much better. I just don't even realize that I need my contact. You know, I put it in every now and then. I don't really wear my glasses, so huge. We have a new energy drink that came out last summer. I drank one this afternoon because I'm a granny nanny in the mornings, and in the afternoon, sometimes I'm like going, oh, that child knocked me out. So I will drink an active. Y'all, same thing, plant-based. No harsh stimulants, no harsh chemicals. It's good for you. Y'all, get rid of the bangs, get rid of the monsters, all of those. Ask your friends. If you have friends that are buying those, tell them, read the label. You're putting garbage into your body, and give them a few sticks of active, or ask your sponsor, whoever invited you, if you can have a few sticks of active. My husband loves it. Also, it also breaks down the lactic acid that builds up in your body when you work out for a long time, and it also increases the nitric oxide in your blood system. So it helps your body heal faster, and it helps with blood circulation. I'm not going to go where that also would help, but anyway, you can use your imagination. We have some amazing protein shakes. I had one for lunch today. Y'all, listen, all of these products also are so affordable. If you look at how much if you go to one of these fancy protein shake places and you pay $7 for a fancy protein shake, guys, you know ours is what, $2 a shake. Same thing for the active. The actives are a lot less expensive than going and buying a huge monster, and they're so good for you. The other thing about our shakes is Plexus is so good at giving back. If you buy a bag of active, or if you buy a bag of lean, they donate a bag to Feed America, or they donate the money to feed. So active has, I think, 12 meals in it. They donate 12 meals to Feed America. So every time you buy a bag of active, you're helping to feed America. I'm going to jump over here to, I want to talk about kids. Oh my gosh, our kids. So we have a brand new superhero microbiome activating drink for our kids. And listen, if you sit there and tell me that your kid ate 6 cups of broccoli and 3 oranges and a banana and some strawberries, you know, I'm just going to say you're fibbing, because we know that they didn't. They don't eat spinach. They don't eat those good things. They eat junk. But y'all, listen, these drinks, the kids love them. They have probiotics in them. They have prebiotics in them. And if you look at America's kids, they are the most overweight, undernourished kids in the world. And our X Factor Kids program, our superhero kids program, can put your kid, I'm telling you, if your kid has had a couple of ear infections, whatever, been on antibiotics, you can't get them to eat anything but ice cream, you need to get this, okay? I'm telling you, they love it. It's amazing. I've never seen kids go to the doctor as much as kids do nowadays, and we've got to stop that. So let's get their gut healthy. Everybody knows 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut, and I see our babies all over the United States that just have chronic obesity, chronic illness, and y'all, we need to fix that, and we can do that, and Plexus is all over it. It's like a huge goal of Plexus. Let's get our kids healthy. Okay, I want to talk about one of our signature combos. Plexus Slim, our pink drink that you've heard about, was actually developed for type 2 diabetics. And what Plexus was trying to do was to find a product that would level out your blood sugar for the whole day. And when they did that, they achieved that, people started to lose a little bit of weight. So Plexus Slim was born and it started flying off the shelves. Well, then Plexus, being at the forefront of everything, really started to realize, okay, we've got to work on gut health, because gut health is it. I mean, if you think about it, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you never heard about gut health like you hear about it now. And especially in a pandemic. Your immune system is your only defense. You could wear a mask, you can stay at home, but I'm going to tell you something, doing just those two things is not going to keep you safe. And I'm not saying that our products will keep you from getting it, but it sure will give you a coat of armor to help you. So one of the main products is our ProBio 5. It is a probiotic, which Trila spoke about earlier, and the difference is ours has an enzyme in it. Most probiotics do not. Ours is also freeze-dried so that it makes sure that it gets all the way to the lower intestine where it's supposed to be working. If you've got a probiotic in your refrigerator thinking that, oh, I spent $100 on this bottle and it has to be refrigerated, so it has to be amazing. Wrong. If it can't sustain life in room temperature, how is it going to sustain getting all the way to your lower intestine as it heats up? That stuff's dead on arrival. So check out our ProBio 5 Bio Cleanse. It's not a cleanse, but let me just tell you this. If it goes in, it should go out. Okay? Let's just talk poop. How many times a day do you poop? How many? I'm not afraid to ask, because y'all had no clue. And I talk poop all day long. I will talk to people that say, well, I poop, I don't know, once a week, every 2 weeks. And I'm like, going, oh my God, you must be so angry. Listen, you should be pooping 2 or 3 times a day. Y'all, it shouldn't be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be painful. You should be comfortable. You should be going. Think about it. If you're not going, where is it? Where is it? It's in your gut. And it's building up inflammation. It's causing you to feel sick. It's causing you to have skin issues. It's causing you to be lethargic and tired and mean. So get the Bio Cleanse. It's so easy. And let me tell you, my daughter, when she was pregnant, she'd kill for Bio Cleanse. And it's full of magnesium. And most of us are magnesium deficient. Most of us are vitamin D deficient. Most of us are zinc deficient. Most of us are magnesium deficient. So get the X Factor Plus, get the Bio Cleanse, the ProBio, and the Slim, and you are good to go. Now, let's talk about my favorite subject, your skin. I cannot tell you how much I love our Joyum. When it came on the market, and I'm just going to go to this slide because it's really, so you can see how simple this program is. When this came out, I was using a different line, and I had step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Some of the bottles were even labeled. Then I'd have to call my girl up. Okay, now what was I supposed to do after this? Because now I'm confused. Okay, I only do that once a week. Why don't I do that every night? Well, that's too much for your skin, blah, blah, blah. And cha-ching, I didn't even want my husband to know how much money I've spent on that stuff. And guess what? It didn't really work. But that's what all my friends were doing. And when Plexus came out with Joyum Serum, the morning and the night serum, and they said all you do is wash your face, put a few pumps on, rub it on your face, and go to bed. I was like, wait a minute. No eye cream, no scraping, no rolling, no all of the stuff that you're supposed to use. Yeah, I'm in. Then they came out with collagen, which not only helps your skin, your hair, your nails. Y'all, it helps with joints. It helps with your joints, the inflammation in your body. It helps with cellulite. It helps with so many things. So I'm just telling you, if you are as vain as I am, or if you're even just an ounce as vain as I am, you need to check out our products. Check out the skincare line. I don't have time for all that other mess, and neither do you. You need to be spending time with your babies, your husband, outside doing other stuff. You don't need to be spending time every night sitting in front of a mirror going, okay, what do I do next? Okay, pump it on, rub it in, put it on your skin, rub it on the back so that you don't have skin spots. 61 years old, rocking and rolling. So get you some. Okay, so that's a real quick overview of our products. And you know, everything has a 60-day money-back guarantee. So that's even more amazing. If you get it and it's not for you, you know, well, Plexus will send you your money back, and no questions asked. We have like, in I think all of multi-level marketing, I think we have the lowest return rate of products of all the companies because people just love our stuff. So I wanted to go back. I want to backtrack just a little bit and tell you a little bit about me and maybe what Plexus could do for you in your life. So a long time ago, like I just said, I was 61. A long time ago, I married a guy, hot guy, you know. All my friends were getting married. It was the thing to do, you know. He spoiled me, spent a lot of money on me, and swept me off my feet. Well, you know, we get married and we buy a house and we have 2 kids. Well, he turns out to be just bad, like really bad. Like visitation hour bad, okay? Like you can go see him at this time. So I wake up one day and I have 2 kids and no husband, no house, have to move back in with my parents. I have to get a 9-to-5 job, no child support. You know, I was a dance teacher. That was my dream. That was all I wanted to do, was to be a dance teacher. I had a dance studio, but what happened was I realized, well, if I'm at work while all the kids are out of school, I don't even see my own kids. So that wasn't going to work. Plus, I didn't get health insurance. So I had to get me a regular 9-to-5 job. Got it in a bank, did everything I was supposed to do. Taught dance a couple nights a week, worked at this bank, and we had to live with my parents for 5 years. And those of you that have had to move back in with your parents, let me tell you, it stinks, okay? I'm working every day except Sunday, trying to take care of my family. And with no child support and no other income, I couldn't do it. Finally, I saved enough money and we moved into this horrible 2-bedroom apartment. My kids had to share a room. I'm teaching dance at night. I'm teaching private lessons all day Saturday. You know, I'm missing things, and I'm budgeting. I'm budgeting like there's no tomorrow. I'm clipping coupons. We're eating ramen noodles mixed with frozen vegetables. It was horrible. And this one Sunday, I went to the grocery store, and you know, I budgeted every penny, and we get home from the grocery store. It's Sunday because that's the only day I can go to the grocery store. And Monday morning, my kids get up to go to school, and they come in there and they say, well, there's no milk. And I go, yeah, there is. I bought milk. I know I did. No, Mommy, there's no milk. And I'm like, what happened? I know I bought milk. I go out to my car. I live in Texas. Pop the trunk of my car, and there's that gallon of milk, and it's ruined. And I literally don't have enough money till payday to go buy another gallon of milk. And I walk back to my little porch, and I fall apart. Because I'm working so stinking hard. I'm missing so much of their lives. And I still can't take care of my family. I can't buy them a gallon of milk. And I'm feeling like such a failure. I'm feeling like, how can this be that I'm working so hard and I can't provide a decent home for them? I can't feed them. I mean, it was just wrong. And I'm bawling my eyes out, bawling my eyes out. By the grace of God, which I will tell y'all this, the great God saved us every single time I got into a situation that I couldn't provide for my kids. My next door neighbor gentleman walks by, and y'all, it's 6:30. I mean, I think the sun was up. And he says, Terry, what's wrong? And I tell him, and of course, he went and bought me a gallon of milk. But here's my point. The average American family is short every month $300 to $400. $300 to $400. And if I had this opportunity and I could have worked my plexus, it's not, you can't call it a job, it's just my plexus passion. If I could have shared how I feel about plexus and shared what it did for my family and what it did for Trila's family and millions of other families, y'all, I could have, I wouldn't have had to work 2 jobs. I would have been with my family. I would have provided everything that they needed and more. So here's my question to you. What if you tried some of our products and like Trila's family, it helped you, it blessed you, it kept you healthy, it got you healthy, it got you off of prescriptions, it helped you get within the healthy weight range, it helped you sleep at night. What if you tried our products and at the same time you just shared with a couple of friends? We're not asking you to go out and, like recruit people, just share like you share your favorite restaurant. And what if you shared with 3 friends and they decided to do it with you and you made $300 your first month? Would that change your life? Would that change your situation? And you know what? Maybe you don't need money, but maybe you know somebody that does. Maybe you could help somebody right now that is in a horrible situation because of the pandemic. What if Plexus changed your life just like it changed Trila's and mine and Brittany's? We would love for you to just investigate it a little bit and see if this is something that you would be interested in trying and then sharing with your friends, just inviting your friends and see if it didn't change your life. So I'm going to go back to that screen one more time, and Trina's going to talk to you just a minute about some of the things on that screen. But y'all, thanks for letting me share my story. I love to talk. Hold on.
Thanks, Terry. You always are able to share a tremendous amount of information in a very short amount of time and so clearly and easy to understand. I appreciate that. Okay, if you looked at this slide and counted up some issues, these are the issues that our products have been known to help people improve. Now, again, as Terry said earlier, we are not claiming to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any of these from happening. All we know is after 7 years of sharing Plexus with our loved ones and our friends is that we have seen people with these issues feel better and get better, get off medicines, get off prescriptions, and like Terry said, sleep better, be happier, just be happier. And we want that for you. We want the same thing for you. Most of these, if not all, are considered autoimmune issues. It is extremely important that we understand that God did not create us to have these issues. What has happened and caused these issues is that our diet, the chemicals that we use, the medicines that we take, all have caused these issues to creep up into our bodies, mostly because of the leaky gut syndrome, gut dysbiosis. And we want you to think hard, to pray hard, and give our products a chance to help you avoid some of the horrible, horrible issues that can come from living with these autoimmune issues for a long amount of time. So please get back with the person who invited you to this and tell them what you suffer from, and we'll go from there. Or just say, hey, I want to try this, or I want to talk. We're here for you. One thing about Plexus, and I'll close with this, Terry, is it is a business, but it's more of a community and a family. We are in this together. If when you join and decide to share, you don't have to share on your own. Just like Terry and I are here to help Brittany and her friends, we'll be there to help you when you choose to share with yours. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay, Brittany, you want to send us all home?
Yes, it sounds good. Thank you, ladies, so much. I love when y'all share y'all stories. They get me emotional every time. I think it is amazing that y'all do this for just about anyone that decides that, you know, they want to share with everybody. I think it's a good thing. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for, you know, jumping on tonight if you're watching this afterwards, and thank you for watching it later. Plexus has definitely been a life changer, not only, you know, health-wise, but like you said, it's a family. You know, I have a great relationship with all of y'all. I love y'all to death, and I love the fact that I can just call y'all family.
Amen.
But that's about it. Just, you know, thank you for jumping on. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your short stories, and I hope to see y'all soon.
Thank
Bye,
you,
y'all.
Brittany. Thanks, everybody. Good night.